Stock market crash today. Live updates. Sensex plummets 1000 PTS, Nifty slips below 17,250, IndusInd Bank tanks 6%. Sensex today. Live. Indian shares edged up on Monday, helped by gains in heavyweight information technology shares led by a rally in Tech Mahindra after the company named a new chief executive, while investors awaited inflation data due later in the day. The Nifty 50 index rose 0.6% to 17,519.05, while the S&P BSE Sensex gained 0.6% to 59,474.30, as of 9:25 am IST. Retail inflation in India likely eased to 6.35% in February, but stayed above the Reserve Bank of India's upper threshold for a second straight month, a Reuters poll of 43 economists showed. Meanwhile, US authorities on Sunday announced plans to limit the fallout from the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. Crypto price today, Bitcoin above $22,000, crypto market cap crosses $1 trillion. The cryptocurrency markets were trading higher in Monday's trade following a report of the US government's plans to safeguard all depositors at Silicon Valley Bank. Meanwhile, the global cryptocurrency market cap was trading higher around $1.02 trillion, rising 7.63% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin, BTC, rose 9.24% to $22,462, whereas Ethereum, ETH, was above the $1,600 level. BTC volume in the last 24 hours stood at approximately $34.89 billion, rising 39.84% in the last 24 hours. HSBC said on Monday it had acquired the UK subsidiary of Silicon Valley Bank for £1. This acquisition makes excellent strategic sense for our business in the UK, HSBC CEO Noel Quinn said in a statement. Japan's Nikkei drops as SVB collapse weighs on bank stocks. Auto slump. Japan's Nikkei share average fell more than 1% on Monday, with banks leading losses as investors fretted over the potential fallout of Silicon Valley Bank's SVB collapse last week. Automakers also slumped amid pressure from a stronger yen, with Mitsubishi Motors facing declines. NCLT approves scheme of amalgamation of United Seamless Tubular Private, wholly owned subsidiary of the company with Maharashtra Seamless. Maharashtra Seamless Limited 349.60 to 13.15, minus 3.63%, price as on the 13th of March 2023 12:03 pm, click on company names for their live prices. Yes Bank shares plunged over 12% on Monday, falling to a low of 14 rupees and 40 paise intraday as investors look to book profits in the early trade. The stock was trading at 15 rupees and 45 paise and was down by 1 rupee and 5 paise, a 6.36%. The lock-in period for the consortium of 8 lenders led by the State Bank of India, SBI, who invested in Yes Bank in 2020, is expiring today. Yes Bank Limited 15.90 to 0.60, minus 3.64%, price as on the 13th of March 2023 11:49 am, UK stocks. Britain's FTSE 100 index is seen opening marginally higher with futures up 0.01% on Monday. SVB, a would-be buyer for the UK arm of failed US lender Silicon Valley Bank, SVB, stepped forward as British PM Rishi Sunak said his government was working to limit any fallout for companies from the bank's demise. Shares of private lender IndusInd Bank tumbled nearly 7% to 1,067 rupees and 70 paise in Monday's trade on the BSE after the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, approved the reappointment of Sumant Katpalia as the MD and CEO for a period of 2 years as against the board's approval for 3 years. This has left brokerages a bit puzzled. IndusInd Bank Limited 1073.80 to 71.00, minus 6.20%, price as on the 13th of March 2023 11:30 am. Tata Power Renewable Energy, a subsidiary of Tata Power signs PPA for 510 MW hybrid project with Tata Power Delhi Distribution, TPDDL. Tata Power Company Limited 206.80 to 1.95, minus 0.93%, price as on the 13th of March 2023 11:18 am. Spot gold was up 0.8% at $1,882.70 per ounce, as of 0416 GMT. Earlier in the session, bullion hit its highest level since February 3 at $1,893.96. US gold futures gained 1% to $1,886.50. Gold has certainly sprung back to life, with safe haven flows sending prices to within a cat's whisker of $1,900, said Matt Simpson, senior market analyst at Citi Index. Gold bounces 1% as investors seek cover from US banking rout. Shares of IT major Tech Mahindra jumped nearly 10% to 1,164 rupees and 50 paise in Monday's intraday trade on BSE after the company appointed Mohit Joshi as its managing director and CEO for a period of 5 years with effect from December 20, 2023. Joshi will replace CP Gurnani, who is set to retire in December. Tech Mahindra Limited 1148.1086.85, 8.18%, price as on the 13th of March 2023 10:05 am, as Nifty struggles to stop the slide that now aims at least 17255, 17050. A pullback above 17,420 could signal that Nifty is in the mood to shrug off bearish vibes. And, once 17,520 is cleared, 17800, 18200 will be back in the radar. Alternatively, inability to float above 17420, 520 band will attract rejection trades, which would have the potential for an expansive plunge towards 16500, 200. While this is a possibility, we will go in this week not expecting an outright collapse. Rupee rises 26 paise to 81.80 against US dollar in early trade. The SVB issue is unlikely to rattle markets for long. The quick joint statement by the US Treasury, the Fed and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation that all the depositors' money will be safe is enough to calm the markets. The Lehman comparison is totally inappropriate. However, investors have to be careful since there can be a sentimental impact on banking stocks. Since this crisis has near zero impact on Indian banking, investors with a higher risk appetite can use the weakness in the market to buy high-quality bank stocks. A possible positive impact of the SVB crisis is that it may nudge the Fed to go less hawkish since the aggressive rate hike by the Fed lies at the root of the SVB crisis. If the US CPI inflation data tomorrow indicates a declining trend in inflation, the Fed is unlikely to raise rates by 50 BP in the March 22 meeting. That will be a positive from the market perspective.